I just want to say, how cool is it that we don't ever really think about this, but history, because it repeats itself, we're coming to Revelations, but we're also coming back to Genesis. So God really organizes and designs things so cool to where he knew that towards the end of the world we'd be completely lost as to where we came from. We'd have botched up the history so bad on where we actually started. He knew we'd be so confused on that. So he set it up so that whenever we get to the end, we would be starting to recognize where we came from by the way things are unfolding. It will be clear to us who we were in the beginning. So we can see who God's chosen people were today. We can see who they were back then and the way they are today. We can see the stories of the Bible unfolding before our eyes as history is playing itself in reverse right before our eyes as we go into the future. We can see everything the Bible said. We can see it clearly. We don't have to ask ourselves, what was history? What was the truth? We don't have to ask ourselves because it's revealed to us. It's kind of like Paul said, we see in part, we know in part, but one day we see through a glass partially, a foggy glass, a dirty glass, but one day we'll see clearly through the glass in full vision of everything. Everything will come full circle and it'll be clear to us what we were looking at when we couldn't see clearly through the glass. That's what he was saying. When I was a child, I thought as a child. I spoke as a child. But when I became a man, I put away all childish things because I finally understood the fullness of what I viewed as a child. It's not a game like I thought it was when I was a kid, but now that I see as a man, everything's full of circle what was told to me as a kid. And in the adolescent stage, in the immaturity of mankind as a creation, as an entire human race, we couldn't clearly see what we were looking at in the events of God being active in man's life and the phenomenal things that God did in parting the Red Sea and delivering his people from Egypt and doing miraculous and fighting giants. We couldn't see really what was happening before our eyes, but in our later years as a human civilization, as man matures to its full maturity, we began to see fully the meaning of all these things and also know